as we know, that there was this bombshell article from Vanity Fair that came out against Bravo Network. So back in August, attorneys Mark Geragos and Brian Friedman, who are working with Bethenny Frankel, sent Bravo owner NBC Universal a litigation hold letter that alleged the company had engaged in grotesque and depraved mistreatment of its on-air talent and covered up acts of sexual violence. Speaking with the Daily Beast in September, Mark Geragos said that the team was eyeing a three-pronged war that included the litigation hold letter, partnering with Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, and potentially legislation. So what exactly is a litigation hold letter? Because they want to get, close to 1,000 reality stars possibly interested in joining this clause. There really hasn't been much movement since then, but what is this litigation hold letter?
A litigation hold basically just means don't destroy evidence. So as a lawyer, you have an ethical duty whenever there's litigation or really a credible threat of litigation for you to instruct your clients and really anyone that may have relevant evidence to preserve that evidence. So don't delete emails, text messages, don't throw your phone into the trash or the river or the ocean. And, importantly, make sure that everything is preserved, because if not, that's what the law calls spoliation. So you're not supposed to destroy evidence either intentionally or even inadvertently whenever there's that threat of litigation. So that basically puts the parties on notice that, hey, a lawsuit is coming, so make sure you preserve everything.
So when you're trying to get, like he said, thousands of reality stars together to kind of make this case, is this going to take a very long period of time to kind of present this case and get it in motion? I know Bethenny Frankel has been kind of working on unionizing the reality stars for quite some time, but it feels like we're kind of at a stall at the moment.
So whenever you're dealing with litigation, sometimes you have what's happening in the courtroom and sometimes you have what's happening, in the public. And, Mark Geragos, I know him personally. He's someone that has been in front of the media a lot. He's represented a lot of high profile clients over the years. So he knows how to put pressure on studios like NBC Universal. So what he's trying to do is, he has his legal strategy, but he's also trying to leverage the court of public opinion to put pressure on the studios to come to some sort of settlement. So whether that means signing up a bunch of stars, so he has a lot of clients, whether that means leveraging the actors union, which is certainly very powerful as well. He's going to do everything he can to advocate on behalf of his clients.
Yeah, I was at BravoCon this past weekend, and a lot of people said that, it's not the case, that they don't pressure them to do anything like that. They've never made them feel uncomfortable while on camera. So it seems like it's a lot of he said, she said in this situation now, too?
Potentially. All those people you spoke to, Christina, they may all be witnesses in the case. Because really, what you're talking about here is consent. So obviously, there's certain things that no one's going to consent to, such as sexual assault, right? But when we've talked about drinking, we've talked about everything else that happens on these sets. So the question is, what are the actors, what are they agreeing to, even though it's not scripted? Let's call them actors or stars for now. What are they agreeing to? And are they doing something that is outside the scope of their consent? Because that's what we're talking about here, consent. Grown adults, they can consent to a lot of things that maybe other members of the public wouldn't. So the question is, what they consent to in their agreement with Bravo? And, while they were on set, did anything happen that sort of exceeded the scope of that consent?